Hello, my literary luminaries, and welcome back to a Top 5 Thursday. Yay! If you saw my last video, you know why I'm here. My life is chaos, but I've got videos for you. So, without further ado, let's get started on this week's. It is top 5 authors that you'd like to meet that are either going to be at Book Expo America or BookCon. I have a lot. So since there's 2 events, I turned it into a top 10. Yay! Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Luckily, this list is going to go pretty quickly because it's just authors' names, really. Number 1 on the list, I saw this one name first, and it had to go on the list, and that's Ann M. Martin, because I grew up reading The Babysitter's Club, and that's fantastic. I didn't really realize she was still an active author. Obviously, I have entirely aged out of the group that she's looking for, but Anna Martin, like her and K.A. Applegate are like the reading basis of my existence, really and truly. Number 2 is another one that I read not necessarily when I was younger, but when I was probably mid to late teens, and that's Meg Cabot. And I know she's best known, I believe, for The Princess Diaries. But I did not actually read any of those. I read a different series of hers called the Mediator series, which is about a girl who can see ghosts and the ghost that lives in her room, and the trials and tribulations thereof of, a teenage YA romance between, a human and a ghost. As you do. I always really, really liked the books. I think Meg's got a great writing style, and it would be fantastic to meet her. Because if nothing else, I like being able to talk to people about series that they might not get asked to talk about by the vast majority of other people. Number 3. I'm going to try and move these in a different order so that I actually put all the proper authors first and all the not-so-proper authors next. Number 3 is Jodi Picoult, because I haven't read a ton of her stuff. I do want to try and check out a little bit more of her stuff on her own, but I have read the first book that she wrote with her daughter, whose name I believe is Samantha Van Leer. I've read Between the Lines, which is so much fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I have Off the Page on my Kindle, and I'm going to read that soon. But I really like her writing there. I've gotten at least one of her other of her books, and I don't know, I just think it'd be cool. She has a different writing style than what I would traditionally consider myself. And I like talking to people that write differently from me. That's how we learn. Number 4 is Veronica Roth, because boy howdy, has she done a good job of getting people reading. Again, say what you want about the entire Divergent series. I don't care. I really enjoyed them. Maybe they're not the best literature. Maybe they didn't get turned into the best movies. I still really like them, and I love to talk to her. I like her characters. She's clearly put a lot of thought into her world, and as I keep talking about, I really like character development, and there's a whole bunch of it going on in there, so definite on the list. Number 5 is Laini Taylor, who wrote the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, which I still haven't read the last book of, but I'm going to, I promise. But again, for the same reason that I'd love to speak to Veronica Roth, I love Laini Taylor's characters. I think she does a fantastic job of writing. She can do a cliffhanger like no other, and I think it'd be absolutely fascinating. I'd love to sit down and talk with her about all the stuff that happens in that world. Oh, it would be so much fun. Number 6. Yes, I'm doing sign language numbers. Number 6 is actually one of 2 on my list that I haven't actually read any of their books, but I've followed them along on social media, and I'd really like to read some of their books. This one I do actually own one of their books, and that's Maggie Stiefvater. I feel a little bit cheating by putting her on this list because I know fairly well for a fact that there's a better than average chance that on her various book tours she's going to stop by Richmond, and that's where I live. Fountain Bookstore here in Richmond is one of her favorite places. She always sends a bunch of her books there. She sends like book plates and autograph stuff, and like Fountain Bookstore is one of her major stops. So it's quite possible that without too much effort or going out of my way, that is something that could happen regardless of the convention. But I haven't actually read any of Stiefvater's books yet. I own at least one, and possibly more, that some friends of mine have given me over the years. I'd really, oh no, I have read, oh, excuse me, I have read Maggie Stiefvater stuff, because I forgot The Wolves of Mercy Falls is her, which I've only read the first 2 books of. I'm really bad at trilogies, guys. But I like her writing. I want to read more than just Wolves of Mercy Falls, obviously, but she's another one that, she looks like a lot of fun on social media, so I'd like to talk to her in sort of that element, sit down, buy her a drink kind of thing. Number 7 is an author that I definitely remember I have not read any of, but is also one I follow on social media, and that's John Scalzi. I really like John Scalzi on Twitter. He's a lot of fun to read. He's a lot of fun to like watch, interact with other people. I've heard good things about his writing, despite the fact that I have not read any of it. I don't know anything that would be like a good starting point of his to read, but I'm completely willing to do it. I just need to, find where to start. But if I had the chance, of course I'd meet John Scalzi. He looks awesome. Number 8. Okay, we're delving into progressively less traditional authors, because with this one, I'm going to say Kate Beaton. And Kate Beaton I know best as a artist through Hark a Vagrant, which is one of the funniest things on the planet, and I love it. And I want Watson and his jar of jam, in a print on my wall forever. And I think it's cool. I didn't really know that I don't know what she's doing at the con. I saw a book that I don't remember the name of, and it didn't mean anything to me. But if she's written more book type stuff, or even just more comic type stuff, I'm absolutely willing to read it. So, yeah. Number 9. I'm not used to doing this many numbers. Number 9 is Hannah Hart. And yes, Hannah Hart's book is predominantly a cookbook, because she does My Drunk Kitchen. But oh my god, Hannah Hart. I love Hannah Hart so much. I want to give her a hug and tell her she's wonderful, and possibly have a drink with her. There's way too many reasons that I would want to meet Hannah Hart. She's amazing. And I still want to make like everything in her cookbook, which I haven't gotten around to, but you better believe I'm going to. Finally, number 10. I did not know this person wrote a book at all. This person is not an author in my brain, but it's someone that I've looked up to for a great deal of my time. It's someone that means a great deal for stuff that I did in my childhood, and that's Kristi Yamaguchi, who's a figure skater. Like, professional figure skater. I watched Kristi Yamaguchi all the time when I was younger. Anytime figure skating came on, she was one of the ones I watched. When did she write a book? I want to read this book. What's the book about? I don't even care. When did that happen? But in any event, this video is really long right now. It's going to take me a while to edit. But those are my top 5 authors that are going to be showing up at those 2 conventions that I'd love to meet. I'll try and track down the links to all the people that are showing up to those cons so that you can go look through them. Let me know who your top 5/10 would be, because of course, as always, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, send me a tweet on Twitter at @KOrionFrey. I'd always love to hear from you guys there. As always, if you like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more fantastic content and all that jazz. With any luck at all, I will see you all on Tuesday, hopefully with the Tuesday Talks topic. But until then, I will bid you all adieu, and I will see you all later. Bye! Oh no, it's making that noise. What number am I on? Did I say number 5? I don't know. Number 5. Because Fountain Bookstore in Richmond. Hi, thank you, camera. Hello, Jenny. Do you want to be in the vlog? I would bring you over here, but I don't think you'd like it.